And YouTube. Hello,
Shut
YouTube.
the fuck up. Don't you say nothing.
Oh, fuck.
Shut your hole.
YouTube session, Vampire the Masquerade, What Gives Men Wings session 13 or 14. Joined by Cameraman, which is me. Joined by Dante.
Hello. Ow.
Joined by Eve.
Hello.
Joined by Elizabeth.
Hello.
Joined by Izron. Last time we had a seance with Patty. 2 seances, in fact. The first one, I believe it is still in chat. She made a sort of a quick and dirty... I'm looking for it. A quick and dirty prophecy thing. She said the veins burn with fire. Iron snakes slither underneath the cobbles and bask in the supranoctum. The crown of lies will crack. Thames will glow with holy fire. And the ever-slumbering world will awaken from their torpor. And then she tied that prophecy to our own Dante somehow. And informed Dante that not only is that prophecy going to be his personal undoing as a creature, but he also must not do anything to avoid it, and must willingly, essentially, walk to his death there, and that not accepting his death would have dire consequences on the entire world. And Dante, I believe, agreed to be essentially a hero, you said.
He said to do it to the best of his capabilities and for the sake of humanity, yes. But dying doesn't always mean dying. Dying can mean just not existing as Dante himself. He could be
Reborning
rebirth.
as a man with wings.
Could be that very well as well. I mean, I could get
No.
blood eagled, but
No, ice is not that positive.
And then... oh, please open on the correct screen. Fuck, I have to do that shit again. It opened on the wrong screen. I might actually leave that in, like, it's in Bulgarian, like. And then... Patty, the... Primogen, you managed to convince her that not only is the Chantry and the Tremir's understanding of magic entirely wrong, and that magic in itself has an alignment and the power to promote these otherwise fated to be evil creatures into their actual, true celestial purpose, which in itself is evil, but also that somehow the Primogen, the Tremere Primogen, Martha, is complicit in this. And she is complicit in the storm and all of the crazy stuff that has happened, and that she's trying to gaslight you, the party, and that you identified her magically as the person who has been teaching this human murderer who is fated to be evil. That she's been teaching him how to essentially, maybe not destroy the world, but like cause a shit ton of suffering and death. And then poor Patty was right at the gates, and she was about to give you frankly the answer to the riddle. She was like, I'm so close, I'm so, and then Elizabeth, knowing me and the way I tell stories now, perceived that I may or may not be trying to kill her and promptly broke her out of her ritual. So.
And by the way, thank you for not making me roll for flipping the table, because with my luck, I would have probably rolled a bestial failure and just killed her right there with the fucking table.
No. She got you as far as to tell you that this storm is either adjacent, precedes, or succeeds a tale about the ancient vampire city of Anarch, or Enoch. And yeah. Then Elizabeth and Eve returned to the mansion, where they discovered two things. One is that crazy Chastain has literally stalked poor Eve to her home, which is the mansion, and that he is now aware that there's an 8th murderer. So the ritual, which would specifically require for 7 victims, 7 metal, 777, etc., etc., currently has an 8th and probably more than 8 victims. So you've kind of discovered by proxy that something's wrong with the killer, that he's going off script for some reason. And you very, very much intend to ask him personally when Eve concocted a plan to catch him by pretending to be one of the victims, and that she is resurrected. And then Chastain, remind me, Eve, if it's going to be in Chastain's hospital or if it's going to be in your hospital.
I
I believe it's Elizabeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What did I say?
the plan was
I think we planned it on being on the hospital under the Winter Queen.
Okay. And then
On
it's
Pembroke?
his sniper, though. Yeah, Pembroke
I
Hospital.
think I rolled against that.
For the sniper, I remember.
I think I managed to roll against it. Or did I not? Yes, I did a 7 success persuasion roll.
For the
about
shooter.
not involving Victor, Michael.
No, it was about not involving anyone else other than him. Do not make it suspicious.
Are you
I tried first to involve
sure?
Victor, but then Chastain told me that he knows Victor's background and that he wouldn't be a good sniper, and then I told them then I don't want anyone else there because it might be too suspicious for a paranoid guy.
I
believe.
I think, and then Chastain said, okay, it's not going to be Victor, but it'll literally be one of Victor's guys.
Okay. Yeah, that can work.
So yeah, and that's tomorrow for 9. So you still need to find a way to modify, to somehow get this information out to the killer. You failed in persuading your paper contract, and he's currently, as we speak, publishing not the correct kind of story. So, Chastain says, "Call me if anything else." And and then Izron. Izron went to Elysium.
He got the name and location for us.
Yes, I got.
Yeah. Izron spoke to not 1 but 2 primogens. He spoke to the Nosferatu primogen and to Boris, the Bruja primogen. Boris is a monster of a fighty man. He's not very smart. And Ominous is the exact opposite. Ominous apparently actually, yeah, I don't remember. What did he get?
He was not very happy with me, I know that much, but no, I did get the place, but I cannot mention the Tremere Primogen in any way, shape, or form.
Aha, yes. Yeah. So atop One Canada Plaza is the guy, and he's an Archon sent by the Praxium of Strasbourg. So what's happening here is the Praxium of Strasbourg essentially controls Europe, and they have empowered the Prince to essentially control the entire British Islands, and they are creating these units of measurement called Praxiums. They have dispatched an Archon to kind of oversee that, it'll be safe for them to visit, because they need to be present to officiate the giving of the power, etc., etc. And I still don't remember how you reached that Archon, though. Does anyone remember?
We have not reached.
No, we haven't, because we talked about
Yeah, but how do you...
even Ominis told him that he should bring help. So I believe he.
Yeah, I texted the group with the info and the.
Yeah, but what do you want him for?
Well,
because in Patty's second, the language that she spoke, Eve recognized it to be an old language, and the only people who would be able to recognize that language and have the knowledge of the city would be.
Well, it's that, and the Premier Primogen was being deceived by someone.
Aha! There we go. Izron is correct.
Ominis told me, yo, this guy, he spoke to that woman, and the prince was not present, even though he should have been.
Exactly
that.
And he's the only
It was it was my speculation that the vision had a lot to do with the deaths and such dark matters, and Hecata is known for being interested in similar stuff.
So basically, Eve has carried us last session.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
You guys are being very smart. Yes. So yeah, he is the Hecata who is to do with death rituals, and this was a lot of Patty's vision was about, this city of Enoch where the death dwell, etc. And you kind of drew that parallel, or Eve kind of drew that parallel. So Izron is heading there as we speak, and that is, I believe, all that happened.
Yes.
Did you talk about the demons?
The demons, yes. And in the far distance, on the roof of your house, there stand 3 demons.
Exactly. Oh, and we also sent Dante into the Coterie.
Do some research, yeah.
3
hours worth of research. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I've again been tasked by doing another 9 to 5, but that is beside the point.
Yeah. We will start with Dante, but I want to know what each of you, like, in case one of you wants to go join Dante, even though you were told not to.
Well, I think what we planned is that Dante does it, and then Elizabeth and Eve will join Izron, so he's not alone with the Archon, and he also has people there who has more occult knowledge.
You have to somehow inform the killer that you will be impersonating his victim.
I have a plan.
Okay, so let's start with Elizabeth. What do you do?
Well, before I would obviously talk to the demons, because that also has to be done. I would actually call up my other contact, the one that we used earlier as well, to translate.
Yes.
The theater manager, Victor Velasquez.
Yeah.
And since he's a theater manager, he would most definitely have access, at least in my mind, to journalists.
Okay. So you wanna run a second story. Okay. So
yes,
just a little bit of a hint. Your 10 or 12 social dice can fail, but essentially no one can resist your vampiric powers. So if you want to for real.
I mean, I don't think I would need that high of a roll to convince the good Velasquez, who took in a broken girl when she was just arriving to London. She like, he's not that type of an asshole as the journalist was.
Okay. Let's see what you say to him. So you're gonna call him immediately, or you're gonna go talk to the demons?
Yes, I would call him immediately.
All right. What about?
And I would say.
What about Eve? What is Eve going to do immediately? Are you gonna wait to see what Elizabeth turns up, or do you want to head off into the night? Elizabeth, Eve. Oh goodness.
The girl duel.
Sorry,
Someday.
I was a bit distracted. So did I get it right that Elizabeth is going to make some calls?
Yeah, Elizabeth is going to
and in
make
the meantime, I could have a minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think that I still need to heal. Maybe I could try to do that, but before that, I would need to sate my hunger. Probably I could visit some of my patients.
Okay, you want to go hunting?
My herd.
Sure. We will do.
Yeah.
We will do Elizabeth's Skull, then we'll do Dante.
Don't we also have people now in our house? No. I don't remember the upgrades that we did. I don't know if you have them written up.
I do have them written out. They're in the journal, in the Coterie Haven.
Journal. I don't see Coterie Haven.
Oh, you don't. You should.
I only see LPD investigation there in the journal.
Well, the cameraman sees it. Journal.
The cameraman is basically Jesus, while you are God, so you know.
He doesn't. He's a player. He doesn't have more rights than. Unless I am mistaken. Configure ownership. Right. Yeah, I fucked up. Owner.
See?
Save. There we go. Now everyone should see it.
Okay.
So, library, posture and security system, location, and watchman.
Okay.
So the watchmen are cop people. Actually, they are Victor's friends because they're from
they're
Eve.
Victor's friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if she would feed from them.
Yeah, they don't know. No. They don't know about your vampiric stuff. There's only like 2 of them. Like one patrols the grounds and the other is in like a little guard ship. I'm gonna say that that's not 100% activated yet. Because Fleur is still inside doing her stuff. Okay, we'll do Elizabeth's Skull real quick, just so Elizabeth knows if she needs to hold last, fucking intercept the journalist, or if this guy's gonna do her, and then we will do Dante. So Elizabeth, you ring the guy up and.
I will literally just upgrade my presence to 3 and use Dread Eyes on the guy.
Okay. So
if it doesn't work,
you
first we try the nice, you know.
Yeah, you call him up. It's the middle of the night, you know, on
the middle of the night, and I'm obviously calling me like, I'm sorry to bother you at this hour, but it is extremely important once again.
I see. How can I help?
If you remember when I've called you last time about that murder where you had to translate for us.
Ah, yes, horrible business.
Yes. Actually, we've managed to find some clues, and we have a plan to catch the killer, because the killer is losing his mind and is doing weirder and weirder killings, and we have a plan. And I would need your help for that plan. We would need to get a story out as fast as possible. If you would have any contacts to journalists that could publish stories, that would be a huge help.
He says, right. What do you want? What do you want the piece? He says, I have a TV journalist, and I have a paper journalist. I'm gonna try them both. What do you want the piece to say exactly? What does the wording need to be?
The wording should be that from the 7 victims who have been killed, the 3rd victim managed to survive, and she's being treated at Kilbrook Hospital.
He says, I see, I understand. Yeah, send me a picture of the file with like the names and stuff. I'm gonna break this story to my. I know that the editor-in-chief of the BBC for like the late night news. I can probably even get it in like the early edition of like the news.
That would be a huge help, because if we manage to catch the guy, we would have an entire police accord ready for him to come and try to claim once again the victim, because his plan apparently didn't work because of that victim. We could stop maybe tens of killings in the future.
He says, I'm in. I'll have my mate text you if he needs more information. Let me see what I can do, because it's the middle of the night.
Obviously, and once again, thank you.
And he hangs up.
And she would instantly send over the information that he specifically needs. Oi,
Oh, wow.
don't roll around. Don't roll around.
Actually, he rolled pretty good, so.
Oh, thank God.
We will next do. Oops.
Eve.
Sure, we can do Eve's hunt. Eve, your hunt we will reduce to a simple roll. I remember us looking for it last time as well. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think I should have noted it somewhere, but I don't remember where. Let me see. I think I can see it in the messaging that we had. In the meantime, I have a question because I have this aggravated damage. I remember there are some limitations, but can I actually try to heal it now, or we have to wait for a new night to start?
I believe you already tried healing some today? ? When tonight's night started?
Remember? I don't remember.
Does anyone else?
Aggravated damage.
If I don't try to heal, then it doesn't make sense for me to hunt, I guess, because I have only 2 hunger. So my idea was to try to heal and then go hunt.
Sure, you know what? I'll let you try again tonight. I think you've already tried today, but you know it's been many hours.
No. So she healed once already tonight.
How many aggravated damage do you have left?
I think she has 1 left because we both got 2 and she healed 1.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can hold this off for.
Yeah, if you only have 1,
night.
Yeah. If you had more, I'd have let you do
Okay.
I'd have let you do it tonight, but you don't.
Okay.
Cool. So are you gonna wait for Elizabeth to be done with her call, or are you gonna head off somewhere?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We will do Dante next.
Yeah.
Who is in the chantry. You arrive well after 2 a.m. and you enter the first, like the back room, which is vampire only, and then there's the central pathway that leads into the inner sanctum. The guard immediately clocks you, and he approaches you. He says, I'm Roderick, you are the Anarch. We met in front of the parlor of Patty, the Primogen.
I believe we have, yes. Good to have met your acquaintance, and he extends out a gentle, soft hand for him to shake.
He shakes your hand, and then he crosses his arms. He says, I will watch you like a hawk. Come, step into the inner sanctum. He gives you the spiel. He says, you're the first Anarch in 80 years to be allowed here. Look at that. That's a camera. That's a camera. That's a camera. And that right there, that's also a camera. And those are the ones that I know about. There are more than even I don't know about. So if you try anything... and then another presence sort of materializes. And this is Baruch. You've also met him as well. He says, there will be hell to pay. This is a great privilege.
It is a great honor to be here, and a very respectable feeling is mutual at this moment. I'll try my best to further the research and the knowledge of the chantry. Perhaps I could help or assist if possible. But let's see what our endeavors shall take me.
He says, all right, some technical stuff. You can study here in the sanctum. There's a computer over there. It's on a private VPN. You can search the internet for whatever you want, even vampire stuff, on that computer, and that computer only if you do need the internet. And then the red door out in the back is the forbidden section. So you are not allowed there. That contains world-ending Tremere secrets. So there's a keypad. The door is made out of metal. Even if you somehow get in there, there's an infrared sensor. So you instantly be caught, and we will destroy you. But if you do need something from there, Roddy here can walk in and look for it, if you need a specific thing, he can go inside and look for it for you and bring it out for you, but you're not allowed inside. And then this remaining, and he kind of gestures, there's rows upon rows of bookshelves, then there's a small tunnel that leads into a small papyri archive. He says this is a climate control room, and he kind of gives you the lay of the land. And then they take you to a big ass desk, and they say this is where, don't stray too far. Get the books you need, come here, read, so Roddy can keep an eye on you. And then Brooke returns to his desk, which is about 15 meters away from yours. And he taps away on a little laptop, whereas Roddy stands in the corner and just, stares at you like a hawk. And then the chantry gets as quiet as a grave. So you have a lot of stuff to look into. Shall I give you hints? Because if you've forgotten, because a lot of the stuff was I don't even know if you were here in session. You weren't here in session 2, so you don't even know about Thomas Reed.
It is fine for some things that I don't know. I think that if everything goes well, I'm very much so an optimist above the table. What I shall say in the table. I was wondering. I had some questions prior to entering, but I think this is good enough here as well. Is it okay if I were to drink a blood pack before entering? I had 2 hunger and I want to have it below at 1.
He's like, we'll bring you a door if you need a door.
Ah, wonderful. He just needs to have a little sip. He's a little peckish. Wonderful.
All right. They bring you a door, and they're like, don't get blood on the books.
I shan't not. Is there a specific room where I can not make it too messy?
It's just us 2. Martha is indisposed.
Okay, he's just gonna very gently do his charisma. Let's see, charisma persuasion. He's gonna gently ask, "Hey, may I feed his?" He's going a little bit against his predator type at the moment. He's a little rushed, so he's gonna pick up the pace. He's gonna drop his inner nature, and he's gonna do a little demeanor predator feeding instead.
Cool. Yeah. The blood door is high on something that doesn't affect you. She's in a constant state of.
Sorry.
She hasn't seen the sun in months.
Oh God, yeah. He's just gonna gently feed. I guess there's no roll required. If I need to roll one, yeah, okay.
No.
Right, and he's gonna. So you said there's a bunch of cameras. These are the questions that are gonna be coming up. Do I know if these cameras record sound?
Do you have technology? You can roll technology.
I don't have technology, but I do have academics. I don't know if that would count.
Sure, intelligence academics.
Alright, fair enough. Difficulty?
Difficulty 4.
4 it is. Let's see how much can we get. If the game doesn't ooh, that's very nice.
Oh wow. Yeah, you know the exact model. This is the cameras that are used in the hospital. They do record sound.
How good do they record this?
There's a blind spot that they neither see you nor will be able to record you. It's a stealth check against the cameras.
Do they seem to be aware of that blind spot?
No. This desk has recently been moved. So actually the other trimmer haven't had a chance to test it out.
Would George be here at this moment?
George may be in the forbidden section. You can ask Roddy.
I was gonna go up to Roddy since I'm guessing I have 2 or 3 minutes before I start, and then I have those 3 hours to burn. He's gonna ask Roddy if he can call upon George. He wants to discuss something, what books he should get. Basically, I'm recalling upon George to have some insights upon the things that he has discovered and maybe talk with him in the dead spot just for a minute, or if Roddy's watching him, maybe George trusts George, and then he can talk with Dante freely.
He says he is let's say also indisposed, but I can get him maybe in an hour. Let me get back at you on George.
Okay. maintaining his composure, he nods, happy, content of the response, and he'll begin to take a look. I'll look at my notes and I'll have some ideas. I think I have some. I was told that I could only do specific research by also the Privigen, if I recall correctly. I was forced, but not. I don't know if I don't know if I'm allowed to research anything else without everything being taken a record of. Like, yeah,
Right.
he also took this book, or also he took this book. Also, he kind of looked into this book, but he didn't really look at,
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
Roddy is a Tremere as well, so he will know what research you're doing just by the books you're taking up.
yeah.
And he there's probably like a monitoring app, and he like knows the web pages you open on his phone.
Yeah. He's not. He's gonna. If he's gonna use the computer, he's gonna use it specifically for looking at sections, but
Yeah.
not to look at anything on the internet. He's gonna go like old school with like notebook and like journal to like take notes. He's gonna go very old school on that.
Okay. So the thing that you're not allowed to do is to specifically research. I want to say now that the cat's out of the bag, you're not allowed to research Martha's involvement in the ritual of the storm. But you are allowed to research the storm itself. So you can still do it. It'll just be an increased difficulty on the check to conceal it from Roddy. Then you can research magical storms and London spanning rituals in the context of the city of Enoch. The stuff that Petty gave you. You can also research the So Supernoctum thing, which is apparently something that'll kill you. Because it has a Latin name, it probably figures somewhere in these books. So you can research quote-unquote your own death. And finally, you can research the blood plague stuff, which is what Martha asked you to do starting tomorrow. She was like, this is what we should focus on. Do whatever you want to do tonight, and then tomorrow promise me you will focus on that. And you said, okay, probably we'll see. I don't think you promised her, but you were like, yes, Primogen, whatever you say. I'm a good boy.
I said that I will try. I didn't say that I will like. It's like a 50-50. Like I might or I might not. I'm not like begging on my knees that I will do it for my madam.
So yeah, like there are a few other stuff. So like you tell me in your own words, what are you most wanting to focus on?
You gave me a lot of ideas. I also remembered most of them. You mentioned my death. You mentioned the city of Venus. I remember these ideas as well. Would it be random, or would it be raising suspicion if I were to research something to look at how other vampires would be influenced by not necessarily just vampires, but like vampires as well, but like others, like for example, in our the Primogen Mir's case, the Trimogen. My apologies. In the case of her, we suspect that she's being influenced by somebody else, and Eve has kind of nailed it on the coffin in a good way. That it was the Hecata. Can I do some research about that, or would that be if the Primogen finds, or if the Tremere, that is, if Roddy finds and then she finds out, would it be too suspicious if I were to do some research into that?
No. Like ancient magic that powerful vampires use on other vampires to convince them to do stuff. That's like, it's not necessary. Like if he asks, why do you need this for? You can be like, yeah, I want, like, I think someone, someone's manipulating someone else. Someone's manipulating someone else to do the storm. I'm researching the storm. I'm not researching the.
Yeah, I can make it an excuse, and it's not necessarily lying.
Yeah.
It's like a half truth. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you can definitely.
I had an idea, so he has a good excuse. I would research the Supernoctum, together with something death related, aka the Hecata. They're a death knowledgeable clan, so maybe they have a book upon them, and I can research a little bit. Maybe there's or death-related clans, and I can research something synchronously, or I guess in tandem with the Supernoctum thing, if I would to.
Those are 3 different things. Let me write them out.
Yep.
The first thing is let's call it high-end vampiric.
Mhm.
Vampire on vampire manipulation. Those are 3 separate subjects. Oops,
Mhm.
I said that, not Elizabeth. I just have her token selected. I can imitate you.
You can imitate. Yes. Yeah.
Oi! Invasion of the body snatchers! Get out!
Exactly. I was gonna say something along those lines. I was thinking that like it's the Noctum book.
Okay.
Enoch was like I'm thinking about Enoch. I'm not sure about Enoch. And
Okay.
the high-end vampire manipulation, I was thinking to be like within like I said, like within like something that is connected to the Supranoctum, aka like clans or adjacent clans that can that know or understand how to handle anything related to the matters of entropy and death in that regard, which I guess would tie it in slightly. But again, this is up to you. We're like going a little loosey goosey here. So
yeah, okay, yeah. Do a sweeping occult intelligence roll, and I'll tell you a little bit more about all 3 of those things, and maybe like give you a hint as to what's most pertinent. But at the end of the day, you still need to choose one and like specialize.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like it's gonna take me a second to grab my bearings, so to speak, in that regard. I don't even know if I can upgrade my occult. I wanted to upgrade my occult, but I don't know the cost. Would you like? Can I have just a second?
Yeah, sure.
3 times 3 for skills, I believe.
So times 3, so that will be what?
Oh no, sorry, not 3 times 3. So it's like 3 times level. So if it's level 3, then it's 3 times 3. It's level 4, then it's 3 times 4.
So if it's if I have 3 dots, that's 3 times 3, correct?
Yes. And
So
if you want to
9
dot, then it would be a 3 times 4.
From 2 to 3, it's 9. From 3 to 4, it's 12.
Okay. So I do not have enough. All right, that's completely fine. I'm missing 2 XP, but no, not 2. No, I'm missing
also
2 XP.
only 1 XP. So
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll roll that. I'll roll right away.
All right.
Roll. Yeah, that is okay. Occult intelligence confirm difficulty.
It's just a general check. Like the highest you get, the more
correct.
info I'll give you, and then you make another one for the thing that you want to specialize in.
I'm gonna still ask because I have to. Does infernalism apply as a spec for occult in this situation?
For this current broad check, no.
No.
But it's good that you keep reminding me because I keep forgetting.
Yep, that's what I do. All right, let's roll. Ooh, not a lot of successes.
Rip.
All right, let's do a willpower reroll.
Willpower reroll, okay.
Yeah, always. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Oh, yeah, 2 extra successes. That is 4 successes.
2 extra. Cool. All right. So, the high-end vampire on vampire manipulation. You dig into ancient tombs on what is essentially 2 things that keep coming up. Like most of them is like obviously you start studying about the dominate discipline. Multiple clans have that. The Venturer masters of it, but also some Tremere favorite, and it has so powerful. It's blood magic, as the old tomes keep calling it, is so powerful that especially powerful vampires can still affect other especially powerful vampires, but they'll never know. But the thing about that is that it always, especially in a vampiric sense, it always expires in a couple of days, and then the other vampire always knows that he's being manipulated. And so at the end of literally so it's like thousands upon thousands of pages of these, this ancient vampire using it on this ancient vampire, and it always concludes with, and then 3 days later he understood that he was manipulated and a war started. Because of that. But it's very powerful for that one-time thing. And then
I have
the next row is so in that instance it's always it's always better to just manipulate the other vampire into doing what you want him to do and not using the blood, because the blood can, one, be traced, resisted, and then eventually it backfires. So even for all of our blood, like for very powerful vampiric manipulations, just say lies until you get what you want.
Okay, that's very important. How to this, I guess to this end, can in these books does it say how other vampires can see other kindred? How can they see if another target is being actively manipulated via a other discipline to see if they are under a spell or an enchantment of sorts?
Yeah, especially it's probably not that. Especially old vampires, they eventually resisted after a few days. If we assume that this happened, the 7 days elapsed, so there was like 1 or 2 days where she trained this killer, then 7 more days passed. That was 4 days ago, and now it's been 4 more days. So this is probably 15 days ago. If she was dominated 15 days ago, she would have resisted by now, and she probably would have went to the prince and confided that, especially now that it's happening. But you were there when Eve questioned her. You saw the way she speaks. It's almost as if she's not, like, she doesn't have anything to feel guilty about. So she either hasn't seen through the manipulation yet, if it was dominate that was used, or she has, and she has deemed it to not be a threat, which is very strange. That's something that Patty said, She doesn't miss anything except one shape-shaped hole that is clearly missing, and she's, like, ignoring it. So it's probably not that. It's probably simply she was lied to, or some other weird occult thing. But you find these ancient tomes about these rituals that self-empowerment rituals that can be made to, like, bind fated vampires to other stuff. You can look into those to see if maybe some kind of magic was used against her. But you have a feeling that you will reach, like, the moment you reach tome 13 and you want tome 14, you will eventually need to go into the forbidden section. And you're going to need Roddy. Or to sneak past him.
Interesting. Yeah, okay.
That's on the high-end vampire manipulation. Ask about that, and then I'll tell you about the other stuff.
Of course. And as I've been following this lead, have I been feeling that I've been getting somewhere with this information at hand? Like, so our understanding is that if she has been manipulated so far, they had to be a really, really, really well silver-tongued liar to make her believe these kind of things.
Yeah.
In this case, or at least in the case that we're hypothesizing, of course, this Hecata, are they capable of being these weavers of lies? That
absolutely.
This much? Okay.
Absolutely. If it's not a clan discipline, they are the third most clan that use it. If it's not even a clan, I don't know if it's a clan discipline in this system.
What do we know of the mention of the Hecata that was in the supposed mention that Izron may or may not have said about
that will be on Enoch, on the topic of Enoch.
Okay.
Yes, the Hecata study Enoch directly. Enoch contains antediluvians, it contains ancient power, it may even contain Cain itself. They will give an arm and a leg to be able to connect with Enoch, or even physically travel to the place. A Hecata person, like if a normal Ventru, if his ambition is to become prince, then a Hecata person would be to walk the untenanted halls of dark Enoch and study its, like, casements and stuff, and its literature, and meet the antediluvians and evil spirits within. So that's probably not possible, because it's, like, not a real place, unless it is a real place. But Hecata and Enoch go together. So yes, you can now focus on what particular Hecata denominations would be interested in this and how they would go about it to get from London to Enoch somehow. So you need to specifically study now Hecata death lore, London lore, etc., etc., etc.
Yes, something among these lines that would say these kind of Hecatas, or this kind of hypothesis that we're having, we would look to see if there's a personality that would match, or like this kind of machination, that this politicking that they like to have. It comes from this descendancy, and they do these kind of things.
Exactly that.
Yeah. This bloodline, if you will, a bloodline of Hecata, so to speak. Yeah. All right. Another occult intelligence roll.
No need.
No.
This is for this is broadly for the 04. Then you need to select one. So yeah, Enoch was one. Then so the first one was vampire domination. This is number 3, Enoch. So the Sol Supra Noctem, that comes up instantly, and even infernalism will help you out here. Sol Supra Noctem means the sun at night, and it refers to an ancient prophecy of this ancient vampiric clan that consorted with demons to destroy the Giovanni of Rome by making a volcano erupt underneath Rome and destroy it, thereby creating the sun at night. And I once again lead you to Patty's where'd it go? It kind of rings in your head now.
Yeah, the veins burn with fire. Iron snakes slither underneath the cobbles. Yeah, like a sun. Yeah, not a volcano, but like a dark sun, if you will.
Well, a volcano erupting at night would be literally brighter than the sun.
Yes.
It is during the day.
Yeah.
So maybe these machinations, and then you kind of, at the final book, right? You're gonna need to invest time in this, but the final book that you reach is like, this eventually turned out to be one of the first holy conspiracies that later became some of the Sabbat's more interesting ideas. So if anyone would be attempting to bring forth, as it were, the sun at night, that would be Sabbat. And from Izron that Boris has been trying to get someone to go hunting for Sabbat in the sewers.
And do we know, to our knowledge, if the Sabbat have been more active nowadays?
Nope. Everyone is telling Boris that he's a fool, that there hasn't been any Sabbat here for 100 years, that Kitchener has just about destroyed every single one, that now there's an unprecedented, other than the werewolves, now there's an unprecedented age of stability for Camarilla on the British Islands. So no Sabbat. The opposite.
To our knowledge. Yeah. Okay, good to know. Okay, I'll make some notes. Am I allowed to message somebody, or is that after I exit the premises?
Sure, you can call whoever you want.
I'm gonna go to Roddy and say hey, can I message somebody? I might have found a breakthrough to something.
He says sure.
To a friend.
Sure, just let me send a couple of texts and then let me read for your text.
Okay. And he's gonna say is something super vague, that he's not even sure of. He has an idea, but again, he needs to do somebody needs to do some digging. So, not completely sure. He's gonna say to George.
Okay.
Do you have because I have more ideas, but I need to talk to George. I'm just gonna leave a message. When you can get here, we need to talk about the blood plague. Wait, no, not about the blood plague. I need to rewrite this. If we can talk about what we discussed a few nights ago, ? Thinking emoji. If you're available, note and pencil emoji.
He says he texts right back. He says, "I'll be another maybe 40 minutes."
He will give him a. Wait, I need to remember what GIF. He's gonna give him that studious nerd GIF, excellent.
All right.
Thank you, and he'll thank also Roddy. Good. Okay, he's gonna. What about personal notes? Does Roddy go through those as well?
He says I'll give them a cursory glance. If you write like 40 pages, I'm not gonna read all of them.
Okay. Basically, he will be writing a lot of information. Like 10 pages. He's gonna like specifically dedicate to the first dominate. Like he's gonna make like he's gonna write dominate on like a few pages. He's gonna circle them, and then he's gonna like make a grape chart. Like okay, this connects to this, but then he like makes a squiggly arrow to another one, and then he's like trying to understand how this also connects to blood magic, or why do Tremere have blood magic to begin with, which I think is a interesting thing to find out as first a Toreador and an Anarch, mainly to find out this information. But also like how dominate works generally. So if he ever gets dominated on, he can be aware of the after effects of it as well. So he's
nice.
He's gonna write like avoid eye contact if necessary. He's gonna also write down perhaps wear shades at night ? And he's gonna like make a like an addendum. Perhaps not do that. You'd look like an idiot or high. He's gonna like scratch that off. Right. What else would he write about? He would write about old vampires are really, really, really powerful. Do not fuck with them. And like he underlines thrice, fuck with them. With old vampires. Right.
And the conjunction of the spheres.
Perfect. And he's gonna write within these lines, not hiddenly per se, but like due to the volume of information, he's gonna be mostly confident, but he's gonna write it in a way that he could understand it, not to like obfuscate it, but like to encode it using perhaps intelligence academics or intelligence occult, to basically just kind of write it down like, okay, need to speak with X, and he like makes a squiggly emoji on that person. And then he says when he realizes the stuff about Supernoctum, he will say perhaps this squiggly emoji is this squiggly emoji, and he like will continue to make also important notes besides
like in code. Okay.
Exactly. Correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And as you were doing this, Baruch gets up, and he says, "Roddy, come." And he turns. He was typing on a laptop. He turns the laptop so that Roddy can see the laptop. And Roddy is like, "What's up?" And he begins walking towards him. Right at that moment, you're still texting with George. Do you want to have a gander as to what is on the laptop? You're about 15 meters away from it. Or do you want to not pry?
To not do that. Can I use? Let's see. Auspex doesn't really help me here. If I use celerity, that everything is caught on tape. So I'm gonna. Okay, I do have performance and charisma. I'm gonna trip over so I take a look at it, but accidentally.
Cool. Sure.
Of course.
Roll a performance. Sure. Roll it with charisma.
All right. Sorry, this is just... God.
No.
All right, difficulty?
Oh, like they're super, like... yeah, difficulty 2. They're super preoccupied by this, both of them.
Alrighty. That's all messed this up. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, that's completely fine.
It's,
success by 1.
Roddy bends over it, and Baruch gets up, and Roddy is like, "Oh shit, that guy again." It's a feed of the cameras, but there are cameras outside, to the parking lot, where a very old, like Ford Anglia, like classical British car parks. Someone gets out of the driver's seat that you have never seen before, and he opens the door, the back door, for a very noble-looking gentleman to get out of. And the two of them like take their sweet time to get out of the car. Meanwhile, Baruch is like, "I am leaving right now. I have shit to do." And Roddy is like, "You can't do that shit to me. That's the fucking Ventru. Like they're gonna monopolize."
So as he like grabs like some notes and books, he like trip over like next to like, oh my god, oh god, I'm so sorry, and he like very haphazardly picks up the notes as a slight distraction, maybe not
No.
to their effect. I am so sorry for tripping over. I'm such a fool. My apologies. I'll pick these up immediately.
They ignore you as they proceed to have a row. Roddy says, I dealt with fucking Bane Hollow and whatever the fuck his name is last time. Like, they're gonna want to see Martha, and Martha's not here, and if you fucking leave... And Baruch says, that's right, and you deal with them again, because I am in charge, and you are just a guard. I cannot stomach Bane Hollow right now. You're on your own. And he's like, but I already have a fucking prisoner, whatever he is, the Anarch guy. Like, you're literally right next to him, and he's like, ignore him.
Yeah, he doesn't take offense. He's just like, I mean, yeah.
He's like, already gonna be, he's gonna try something. He's gonna be a handful, like I already know. And he's like, you will have to deal with it. And I will leave through the back door. And he picks up his laptop, he picks up like a couple of books, and he's like very hastily, he's shoving things into his little thing and pacing away. And Roddy is like going after him. He's like, you can't do that. I'll tell Martha. And he's like, I'm sure you will anyway when you call her. Even though she asked not to be disturbed when Bane Hollow makes you call her. And he's like, you can't do this to me. Like, you did this the last 7 times. I'm not going to deal with that guy. I'm going to complain. He's like, feel free to complain. And he like leaves and closes the door after himself. And Roddy is like in the middle of the library. He looks around and he says, fuck. And there is a knock on the door.
Okay.
Roddy walks past you. He looks at you and he kind of says, no funny business. As he walks past you, he opens the door.
As they were exiting through the back door, was there a keypad on the back door that they were using by any means?
Sure, there is a. Oh shit!
I am slightly tempted.
You want to see the code?
How, like, if I were to like pick up like things and like I'm hearing the commotion and like as a kindred, you'd like take a peek every once in a while to like take a look. Would I have enough time as I'm picking up and I'm looking at them, like very non-conspicuously, of course, to do that?
Yeah, to pick up the code. Yeah, that'll be a wits awareness.
Wits awareness. All right.
Yeah. You only get one glance at it, so difficulty 6. You only get one glance of it. But it is only 4 digits. So they wouldn't have noticed you because they were rowing, but let's see if anyone literally obstructed it with their butt.
Yeah. Fair. Difficulty 6 you said. Oh, I can get lucky or I cannot. Let's see how lucky I can get.
Nope.
Not lucky enough.
No.
Lucky enough.
Baruch's fat ass blocks the keypad entirely. You get nothing.
All right, that's completely fine. I didn't even want to get one. Right. There's a knock on the door. He's gonna, as he like picks up the remaining, he's gonna make sure that there's like like extra like paper fragments or like it's gonna make sure that everything is clean, and then he's gonna set himself back at the desk that he's been quote unquote assigned to, and he's gonna chill there.
All right. The door opens and these 2 guys walk in. Let me see if it lags out again. Last time I did that, it lagged out. I think I have too many things. Obviously not Victor. Who's these?
Victor, my boy.
Nope. And first the younger looking vampire enters and he says, you would be of course the help. We require instantly to meet with your mistress. Where is the harpy? And the guy is like, yes, she is currently indisposed. And then this guy, the older guy, he pushes the door open all the way with the little scepter that he's holding. And he says, how now, then you shall use one of those infernal devices to immediately get her to attend me. I don't have all night. And they walk in. And Bellfire stands by the door while Banehollow sits on Baruch's desk. And he says, and where is this other, what is his name? Rostfrey Baruch. Where is he? And Roddy says, he too is indisposed. I am trying to right now. And he says, yes, do speed it up. Bellfire, you will begin scouring, of course, for this blood plague or whatever it is. And you will bring them to me. Let us start with the Vadimecum Sequentia, volumes 7 through 11. And Bellfire says, yes, Banehollow. And he, like a shadow, skulks around. He stands in the center room of the room, and then he looks at you. But he doesn't say anything. And he starts, like, pulling books out of the shelves. These guys have been here before. Roddy looks at him, and he's like, sir, if you don't mind, I need to clear this. And he says, yes, you go ahead and clear that with your... And Roddy starts dialing numbers. You have your own work. Do you focus on your own work, or are you interested in this commotion?
How much time until George gets here?
George will be like another maybe 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
You are burning daylight, so depending on which of the 4 topics you choose, you may not even like be able to cover all of it in one night.
What else did I have left? I had the conjunction of the spheres.
You already know a lot about the conjunction of the spheres, so it's a lot of information. So yes, the 7 classical planets are aligning, with the final one will reach the zenith and they'll form a perfect line in about 4 days. This event is celestially significant for people who care about spirit magic, such as werewolves. Combined with the phases of the moon, an alchemist can, well, technically it's not an alchemist, it's a thaumaturge at this point, because it affects multiple, I want to say, colleges of magic. It affects alchemy, it affects astrology, it affects etc., etc. This event can be used to, if timed correctly and with the correct resonance, create, or rather harness the power to create ritual and manifest resonance to various ends, such as creating a powerful bloodstorm above London.
Okay, so I already knew that information. I'm kind of tempted to see what Bellfire is going on about, because the blood plague might be interesting, but that's like, it feels like it's something like post. Maybe it's not post Battle of Owls. Maybe it's important now as well. Preventative measures as well.
You can linger for about 5 minutes to see what Martha says.
Yeah. I'll see. Maybe I can even help Bellfire. I don't know. He seems a little posh for Dante's tastes, but yeah.
Bellfire brings one book to him, and then he hovers on the desk a little bit as you hear, like, you can't hear like the base conversation from where you're at, but Banehollow talks very loudly, and like 2 minutes pass, and then Banehollow blurts out, "An Anarch in the Chantry's most inner sanctum? Why, that is preposterous. I demand to speak directly to Martha. That is simply not acceptable. No, that will simply not work for me. Bellfire, you call her as well. Now." She said, "What? Oh, well, it appears that I have insulted her. What am I supposed to do without a servant? I will co-opt this Tremere man. You go, Bellfire. You will. We shall work to the same ends, but by proxy. You will accost this internet, and I shall use the more traditional methods. You, Roderick, bring forth Vadimecum Sanguinae, volumes 7 through 11, for my perusal, and I shall have a list of further literature for you to bring forth to me now." And you also hear Roddy. Roddy is like, I'm very busy. I as I said, we have a guest, an Anarch. Then you can't hear for a little bit. And then Bane Hallow says, yes, Martha has a lot to answer for. Proceed, I will deal with this Anarch at a later time through Martha. I wouldn't want to
as he
damage
hears
these.
this boisterous elder speaking in a very disfavorable tone of Anarchs generally. He probably is from the Ivory Tower, the prick.
Yeah.
He'll grab a book in relation to blood plagues. I like that he might have found that might be adjacent to the books that he has mentioned, or something that like they have recently researched, or something that they have been doing research on. Like maybe they have like a journal that they have like recent developments, or like maybe a section like that, and he's gonna take
the
that.
The books that he's referring to, you know where they are exactly. You passed them tonight. You know where they are exactly.
Okay, he's gonna grab so out of these books that he mentioned, is there another book group that fits the blood plague scenario that would have happened?
Yeah, something that he will need probably at a later time. Yeah.
Yeah. He will bring in
Sanguinaria.
the Sanguinaria instead of the first ones, and he'll like very gently walk there, and then on one of the bookshelves he'll like kind of make himself noticed gently, of course, and he'll knock on the bookshelves and say, excuse me for disrupting your explanations, elder. Judging by his age and by his mannerisms, I might be able to assist within the blood plagues if able.
Why, I never. I don't know what you think you've heard, Anarch, but the Camarilla does not require the help of the Anarchs at this time. There is no blood plague. They are separate fringe elements, unexplained vitiate simulacra, and nothing to do with actual Tremere magic. You should conclude your work quickly and leave this place so as you not interrupt my work.
Perhaps I could help?
Roddy gives you he shakes his head negatively.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, if he doesn't like... Alright, then he'll gently turn around. He'll give a slight bow, a half bow if you will, and he'll return to his musings, having the blood plague book next to him, but also as like an idle read. Between that, he'll look about Enoch at the moment.
Enoch,
if I haven't, yeah.
All right, it takes you maybe an hour and a half. Roll occult intelligence again to focus on the particular subject.
All right. We're not applying any specs. This is a specific spec. Would you say that infernalism in this situation is applied?
No.
No. Good.
This is strictly vampire stuff.
All right. Let's see. I mean, that's good. 3 successes.
Yes, 3 successes.
Can we go for more? Yeah, we can always go for more. Always.
All right. You're gonna run out of willpower
good
eventually.
Enough. Another 4. Yeah, true. No, that is fair.
About 45 minutes in, Roddy, he looks super flustered. He kind of comes to you and he's like, "That guy's a fucking taskmaster. I thought you might have this book. I need this book." And he points to the blood plague book that you had. And he's like, he's not gonna take no for an answer.
He digresses, but he'll say, yeah, here you are. I have made some, and he probably have made some notes on things that might be relevant to the situation at hand, and he'll give it to Roddy, and he'll like lean in. Would whispering be quiet enough so nobody else is hearing us? If he wants to say something to Roddy?
Depends how old the elder is and how powerful his Auspex is.
Oh, he'll write down something. He can write down something. He can see through a wall, unless he can. He like opens up the book, and on the book it will say like on a note that is specifically for Roddy, and he'll say as Roddy mentioned, that he's a hard ass and not a taskmaster, as mentioned. He also, the message would read to Roddy, the feeling is mutual. I'm here in the pursuit of science, not in the pursuit of squabbling. Period.
He leans in to whisper back. He says, I envy you, free radicals. At least you can like if someone says no, at least you can walk away. Like, I can't say no. I just need to do what everyone tells me to. Whatever, I need this book. He's gonna... And then at that point, Banehal's bellowing voice comes from the other side of the room. Roderick, where are you, man? And he takes the book and he scurries away.
God. Poor guy.
Anyway, about an hour and a half it takes you. You kinda... You extract maybe 50 ancient vampire clans and I want to say factions. And the one that comes up the most is the Taumahera. The Taumahera. Let me write some stuff. And what else? Ancient death code devoted to the protection of the ghost city of Enoch, its library of occult and eschatological knowledge, and the sleeping beings known as the Alaru, whom it is believed to be antediluvians. They use the secret language of Gemalish, which is very, very poorly studied, and which is what Patty was talking to. It is what Eve identified. It's a secret language, numerous of their titles originating in the tongue, and they are very powerful. With most of their modern members are Hecata. They're very powerful in bridging the gap between life and death, specifically through the use of magical portals. They are the only people that do this. Magical portals, this is not D&D. You don't slash a hole into reality and just travel to another place. You affect time, space, and fate to overlay one place onto another place, such as through a portal in the sky. It will create a magical resonance that would allow some of their they're called death shamans. Some of their shamans to travel from here to Enoch in a spiritual form. And if the portal is strong enough, it'll literally allow them to teleport there. Not by going like walking through a portal, but by literally copy and pasting Enoch onto London. And then London becomes Enoch here on Earth. And then, the physical implications of that are, of course, apocalypse. The city of the dead, the gates of the dead open up here in London. It's world-ending calamity. However, that requires... And then you blink your eyes, and then almost the words Patty used and the words Eve used to describe the hijacking of a celestial event that occurs once every 12,000 years, set the next instance of which set to occur 4 days from now. It is called the Concordia Tenebrae Loci, or the conjunction of the celestial spheres. That is, once this date passes, then it will not be possible to attempt to access Enoch in this way for another 12,000 years. And you have it right there.
They can wait. Yeah, right.
They have been waiting for
12,000 years.
Yeah.
Jesus. Wow, that is.
They have harnessed the celestial powers to create a portal to the city of the dead.
And they want to do this in the Bell of the Owls, and they want to put Enoch instead of London. Wow, that is
It's a coincidence. The Bow of the Owls is a coincidence, or is it?
Yeah, is it a coincidence or is it? And they would kill everybody, and then the Taumahera would take over, and then the Sabbat would can rule over London, or New Enoch, I guess, in this case. Yeah.
The Taumahera technically are no friends of the Sabbat, but yes.
They are not. Interesting.
Nope.
They're like an independent organization, I guess.
They are a
faction?
faction, yeah.
And they're not loyal to the Sabbat whatsoever.
They are not loyal to anyone but death. They are death cultists.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay.
But like, and you're looking through the ritual now. This would require an infiltration into the Camarilla of the highest level for them to be able to do that. The shifting of the magical power alone, it'll trigger wards, it'll affect not only thaumaturges, it'll affect mages. It requires an insane amount of planning. Like, if it wasn't right in front of you as the power goes out, literally, and then Bane Hallow starts shrieking about candles.
Great.
It's right in front of you. Through the window, you see, rolling blackouts. Like, you have a nice view of like London from where you are, and like entire districts go dark as crimson lightning starts bashing the tallest buildings.
Wonderful. Do they have a backup generator in here? He's just curious to see if they have one.
Yeah, Roddy says that's already expended. And if the power didn't come back up, then
well, can I use my phone as a source of light? Is that fair enough?
Yeah, he brings you candles.
So wonderful. He almost wants to touch the candle, but then he slightly remembers that he's a vampire, and it's like, oh, but it's a control light, and then he puts the hand close to the flame again, and then he puts it back again, tempting, but no. All right. Okay, is there a mention within the city of Anarch here, since we have some pointers here? It doesn't directly connect our Hecata to the Tal Mahera, or at least this very lengthy plan that would take would the Tal Mahera have a special tattoo, a special greeting, or something that would easily recognize them as the Gamalish I guess introduction would recognize them as such.
Yes, speaking Gamalish, as all of them are trained in. Phrases, but learning Gamalish is not something that you can do in 3 hours.
Yeah. He's not gonna. He's just curious to learn a greeting or or something that is very commonly said within the spectrum of the Tal Mahera, of the faction of the Tal Mahera, like a greeting or a goodbye, and a Valar Morgulis, Valar Doheris kind of cross reference, if you will. If you know what that is, probably.
Yeah. You learn. Yeah, you learn some of their greetings, some of their most used greetings.
And within here, once again, would there be a need for this kind of ritual to happen? Or would it be synonymous? Would it be easily understood that this kind of ritual would make Enoch happen in this 4 days because of this ritual ongoing on? If we were to connect the two ideas,
I think it's pretty obvious that the ritual has been very successful.
Yeah,
given us how the storm destroys the city around you.
Yeah.
It'll be like that, and once the buildings start falling down, it would be as if they had not fallen down. But instead of, the shiny London skyscrapers, towers of bones will erupt everywhere around them, and everyone will be juxtapositioned.
What would disrupt this, outside of stopping it? Was there anything else that mentions here, these people have tried, but they have been stopped because they did this, or this ritual came to almost to completion, but something happened, X happened, and I can make a we can put a stop to this, or we can put it at least on a hold, and then we can have more time, or we can just outright stop it altogether. Can we roll back the deaths? Presumably not, because the ritual has been done on that. We can't just make that happen. We can do more killings, so we can make the ritual be something else, I guess. Just it does poof, it does nothing. We can also do that, I guess, if within the ritual.
Yeah.
Okay. Hypothesis, not fact.
If you had discovered this plot maybe 10 days ago, you could have stopped the killer. With the defeat of the 7 victims, the ritual is complete. The energy is already placed in this for lack of a better word, portal. It's really not a portal. It copy and pastes reality onto this reality. No, the spell is already done. The only hypothetical way is to create a ritual of a similar scale and magnitude to divert the energy to another place. But thaumaturgy doesn't deal with spiritual energy in this way, so it'll be you need to divert the energy into a bomb and then blow something up with it. That's like the most elegant solution that you can come up with. But no, you are already very fucked.
Yeah, well, yeah. For now, figuratively speaking, fucked. We'll see about the little kind of fucked. Right. Okay. So it's good information. I guess this is a question not related to the books.
Sure.
The Ben Hollow fellow and his servant would be presumably, or his boy toy, whatever it is. I couldn't care less. Are these known people that have been around London?
Yeah, this is the Ventru Elder. Technically, he's older than Kitchener, but Kitchener is the prince. So technically, Kitchener is both prince and primogen, even though this guy's older technically. He doesn't carry any titles, and yeah, he's very well known.
And the said servant of Belfire, I'm guessing he's just a ghoul or a servant of his repertoire.
He's definitely another kindred, and he's also very old. He's probably Ensele. But because this guy is so important, obviously his servants are also very important.
Yeah, the air of importance is filled with piss to the brim in this room at the moment.
This guy left, by the way, Belfire. Whatever, when he called Martha, apparently Martha got sick of the Ventru, and she said something to the effect of, I already have a guest tonight, so like one of you has to leave. And then Bane Hallow was like, you leave, Belfire, I'll stay.
Interesting. The fact that I got chosen over somebody that is older than me, that is very interesting.
They must have really pissed her off.
I mean, it's not within his care to see about the machinations, or maybe. Anyways, we're diverging from the path. Okay.
Right. They were grooming. Okay. So yeah, Taumahira groom spies, and they insert them into factions to be activated literally eons later. And that leads you to an interesting bit of, like, because you already studied how ancient vampires would manipulate themselves into doing stuff. If the Taumahira groomed this Archon guy, you know, this has started literally like hundreds of years ago. This conspiracy has started to like mobilize. He wouldn't have dominated the primogen. He would have tricked her. You know, it's actually very easy to manipulate Tremere. He would have tempted her with knowledge, and then when she asked questions, she would have been like, you know, just test this stuff, you know. And that kind of makes sense. She didn't believe that because of the mistake that she already made, that magic in itself is inherently not evil. She would have like been easily manipulated into teaching this mortal how to do this thing. But that still doesn't explain why she does not yet know. Oh my goodness, it's been an hour and a half. Why don't you guys stop me? Yeah. You have another hour here. It's a significantly shorter session. We'll cut your scene in half so we can have the other guys. Why don't you guys stop me? I like lost sense of time.
I was gonna say I was looking at the watch and I was like, it's past 11. I should stop for a second.
Yeah, bloody
holding the tape on my side at least.
Jesus. Let's do. Oh, Eve and Elizabeth are together, so let's do Eve and Elizabeth next. You guys are in front of the mansion. Do you wanna go up to the demons, or do you wanna go back Izron up, where Victor is?
So how much would be the time difference be between us and Dante right now?
Dante
like while we were
is
traveling around and talking and doing stuff.
Dante is an hour in the future.
It's an hour in the future, so his findings of the plot wouldn't have happened yet.
He's already appraising you. He's already sending these little tiny texts of this is what I found, this is what I found. So you're already putting it together. It depends on how much of it you want to know.
Well, it would be specifically the part about trying to mix up realities.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah.
He's
He's already
would
gotten
have
to
that knowledge already.
Yes. Yeah, he briefly explains how the teleportation to Enoch
Okay.
would go about, and it will be copy and paste Enoch onto London. And then Enoch demolishes whatever of London is left to
There'll
become
be
Enoch.
like there'll be a surprised emoji when he finds that out, like, holy shit!
The urgency in his texts increases with each passing second.
Yeah. In that time, I don't know if Eve would share that she saw the demons because she's the one who did, and I was talking to Chastain in that time, or if she would withhold that information for now.
I think last time I whispered that we are not alone. And I don't think that I specifically said what I saw, but I let you know that something is unusual here.
Okay, so by the time my call is finished and Chastain's gone, Elizabeth would ask him, like, what do you mean not alone?
Remember our small unfortunate adventure, or probably fortunate, at the filming studio? I think we have a party on our rooftop and kind of indicating with my eyes. Well, I'm not sure if Elizabeth can see what I saw.
Now that you pointed out, it's very obvious.
Oh, so they would be visible for me as well now.
Not as well as Eve sees them, but you know that they are demons and that they are on the roof.
Okay. But Eve can see them clearly, right?
Yes. They are looking at you, Eve, and you are looking at them looking at you.
I think before we do anything, the thing is we need to get to Izron as fast as possible. But we also need to call a taxi. Because Victor decided to fuck me.
Yes!
I mean,
Not in that way. The other way.
Do you guys not have drive?
No.
Oh.
That's a skill for the help.
Fair enough.
We are very specialized people here, okay?
No.
I would call a taxi, and while we wait, I would walk close enough that they can see us, and I would also ask Eve if she could describe how they look like to Dante, because I believe that he's still in the Chantry, and maybe he can look up information based off of their looks. Maybe find their names in ancient tomes.
Perhaps.
How about me trying this and this? Share the senses. Could I try to cast this on the demons and so that I can kind of try to read what's on their mind, probably get information about their specifics, like what they do, what they want. Well, something useful.
Sure. However, this is for one target. So you can only target one of the three. One is a huge rhinoceros-looking guy. The other is a well-built, about 7 foot tall, horned demon man. And the other is a skeleton with robes and a face and eyes which glow with the freezing power of death. Have you played Warcraft?
Yeah.
I will steal them wholesale. One's Masquerade, the other is Taekwondo, and the other is Kel'Thuzad.
No.
I'll steal them word for word.
I am Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah, sure.
I'll try the skeleton guy.
All right, that's Kel'Thuzad.
Katie.
So hunger check.
Oh no, she's hungering.
Yeah.
That's right.
Never has anyone rolled more shit on the Ralph checks than poor Eve. She's constantly famished.
Resolve plus aspects. Just a sec.
Yeah. Check. But it can go up depending on.
Should I set a difficulty or?
Sure, difficulty 5. Because he does have natural defenses against thaumaturgy. He might resist you entirely.
And you can already roll one.
No chance, yeah. Do you wanna willpower reroll and hope that you get more 10s? I think it's not possible for you.
No.
No, it's not.
No, I could only roll one more, so.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way to get 2 10s on only one roll. So it is what it is. You look upon this creature and a skeletal hand leans on the banister to look back at you. And for a moment you do glance at the very top of his brain, or whatever he has biologically, and it's just a barren wasteland. And as you succumb to the illusion of your own making, you kind of snap out of it, and you realize that he's just feeding you bullshit. He has mind powers as well, and in this one instance, your blood was not powerful enough to know anything about him. You're just gonna have to talk to these guys if you want to learn anything about them. He does smile a little bit, revealing a row of blue and black teeth. He has a corpse.
So, looking at Elizabeth, so what do you think? Maybe I think that they will stay here for a while, so probably we should attend to our time-sensitive matters, and we can always talk to them later.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You could split up.
No. No. The dynamic duo won't split up.
You are getting wiser.
We've been together since literally session 1, since Eve joined, and nah.
Literally, that's Plague is the wise trying to deceive people. Like, nah, man, no, we're not having that.
He seems to read your body language. The skeleton guy, Kel'Thuzad, seems to read your body language. His chittering teeth says, "That's fine. We can wait."
Wait, I have an idea. Gentlemen and gentlewoman, I might not have a brain, but I have an idea. If a taxi arrives,
will it fit two vampires?
Will they fit in the taxi?
You don't want to...
Or at least one of them, without the taxi driver seeing them.
You've learned enough about demons to know that they have come to bargain. if you bargain them into the taxi, you will have to. You're already bargaining with them.
Okay.
So everything that they give you, something as simple as entering a taxi, can be like. You need to be really careful what you ask them.
But the thing is, if they come to bargain, right? They are playing Doctor Strange here.
Sure.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Exactly.
But if they're doing that, then that means that if I ask them to follow me, I allow them to bargain with me. Meaning, that's the bargain, that I allow them to bargain with me.
They can twist this every which way depending on what kind of demon they are.
Yeah, but I can twist it even more.
They
I'm
have
the little
faith.
demoness of lust. What do you mean? I'm Slaanesh personified.
They have face magic, so you need to be really, really careful with them.
You know what? Izron needs us more. Fuck them. Although they could be great to have bias when we meet the Archon, but...
They look into your eyes from where they are. And just wait.
What did you want to say, Eve?
I wanted to say that given my failed trust check, I would really need to feed at this point. So maybe we can make a stop on our way wherever we are going at one of my addresses. It'll be quick.
Sure, I believe we can do that.
So I think we're not buying this trap with the demons. So I think we can again
Apparently not.
talk to them later. But
No, I know him. We won't be able to talk to them later. I know how his brain works. But the thing is, Hunter haven't had a single sentence this session, so the session comes first.
Don't worry about that. He can take it, right, Hunter? He's probably dead anyway.
Don't respond to silence.
Hunter. Hunter.
I think
he might be
he's at the toilet.
Yeah, most
He
likely.
may have died. Has he written anything in Discord?
He sent the cat to
he has
Zad.
sent
Yeah. There we go. That's Kel'Thuzad, yeah.
I think his mic is muted and he forgets that he has it muted.
No, he's not muted.
Not on Discord. It might be on his mic.
Zad.
Well, if he's not there, then I will talk to the demons.
Okay, we're losing time. Let's talk to them.
Okay,
We're discussing it too much.
I heard this run. He's back.
He's back.
what's happening?
Are you alive? Did you fall asleep?
No, I would never.
Do you wanna have a go?
You go ahead. I'm fine. Good.
Oh, alright. We'll do you next time.
It's fine.
Yeah, we can do you now as well.
Like, that's why I said that I think we should just go to him so we can do the scene.
Go do demon stuff.
Okay.
I
We'll start with you.
Damn,
next
he
time.
insists.
Alright, cool. You go and you talk to the demons.
Okay.
You make it all the way through the house. Past all the
And in the
workmen.
meantime, I'm still asking Eve to send their looks to Dante to maybe find us names. To give us bargaining tools.
Alright, that won't happen now. We'll see if it'll happen, when and how it'll happen.
Next session.
We'll see if you trigger a nerf point. If you even need this information.
Okay.
I don't think that you will. You walk into the house. You walk past the loftman. You walk past Fleur, who is languidly reading a book. She doesn't. They're still working on your house. They are currently installing the library. Several tall shelves of rows upon rows of ancient books marked directly gotten from the chantry. Past the third floor, where sleeping quarters would be for those of you that want to sleep there, and then eventually a single spiral stairway leading up to the roof. As you erupt from the door, they're standing opposite each other, and as you stand opposite to them, you form a perfect, equidistant. In the center is Kel'Thuzad, the frost guy. The big guy is on the right, and the horned guy is on the left. All four of you, or all five of you, standing equidistantly from each other, except for Eve and Elizabeth, who are standing together. And the behorned guy says, "There you are. We have been..." Oops, sorry. You took your sweet time. We've been hunting you for 2 days now. Would that you had not fled the movie studio as quickly. You destroyed Noraxis. And they kind of look at you. The frost guy says, "What have you to say for yourself?"
Well, wrong guy at the wrong time. He was there. He shouldn't have been there, or I shouldn't have been there. Maybe if he left us alone, it would have been fine.
The rhinoceros guy bursts out laughing and he says, "They have spirit." The other two don't find this funny. Eventually he speaks and he says, "Noraxis had a... How do I explain this for like what's a lot of magic for someone like you? Like, he had an infernal price on his head, given him by an older, more powerful demon, and you are eligible for the price. The price is human souls, or thereabouts, something which you have no use for." And
so I'm guessing you guys want those souls?
Yes, but you can't split them. You can only bestow them upon one of us. And even doing so requires a contract. So you give us the souls, then we give you something in return, and then you give us something back. So you give twice. That is how this contract works. And then the horned guy says, "Or you can keep them for all eternity. Maybe someday you'll be powerful enough to actually need them." The frost guy says, "Although that is not likely, little lich."
Elizabeth would look at Eve and ask if, based off of her occult knowledge, how much of an idiot would I have to be to make one of these contracts?
Roll occult and wits, Elizabeth. Let's see. Now that you are
not
closer.
Me. Eve.
Eve, sorry.
She's the one.
I don't know why. I don't know your names tonight. I don't know why. I will learn your names.
Occult and intelligence.
Yeah.
I can roll my intelligence, but those two won't be enough. God damn.
Apparently neither will these.
Let me reroll.
Okay.
Please do. Please do. Oh
My
God.
Jesus.
God.
Well, these also count as there's a 1, so 2 successes, 1 failure. I'm not gonna give you the bestial failure, but I'm also not gonna give you a success either. The big guy, he's a very physical guy. He looks like a guy who would swing around a massive iron ball and splat people with it. The horned guy, he appears to be the leader of the three, or at least the most senior of demons. And then the frost guy appears to be the runner-up. He's some kind of scholar / intellectual guy. He's the guy that has the most magic out of the three. So one guy fights, the other guy talks, and the frost guy casts magic. This is all you get from them. You don't know what kind of, like, what class of demon they are, whether or not they have powers like Naraxis, who had fate-bending powers, who can literally change the world around him as if to, like, rewrite history and stuff. Yeah, you simply don't know.
But does it look, or like from the knowledge, does it look fair that, like he said, we should give twice while we receive
Well,
just once?
if you give twice and they give once, then it's probably not fair. There's more to it. It really depends
Also,
on...
what do they mean give twice? Like, give the source and something else?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
You can ask him.
I think first off, it's them who are interested in getting the souls, right?
Exactly.
So probably they should make the work to try and persuade us that it's worth having business with them. Because for us, it's kind of not a big deal, I think. And we could probably find ways to use these souls now when we know that we somehow are.
But they don't know that.
Possession
But they
of
don't know
those.
that. They don't know that.
Technically,
They haven't-
thaumaturgy is not soul magic. You have blood stuff.
No. But we are talking about death magic, guys.
It's not like that. It's the souls that are in hell. It's
We will make it like that. We
It's a
will change
different,
reality. Trust.
Sure.
Don't think about it, baby girl. Just sign
Sure.
the contract.
Sure, just sign the contract. The horned guy says they are considering how is it shake us down. And the strong guy laughs and he's like, I think they need a couple of days to stew. It's not like they need us right now. They really need us in a couple of days. All three of them laugh this time.
Well, if you already know that we will need you... But the thing is, now we know that you want these souls. And well, if you don't want them, then sure, you can play with humans and then play your 1,000-year-old games, then maybe get a soul or two. Or you can actually be somewhat decent demons. I don't know if those exist, but maybe you become one. Then you get all of that is owed to us, and maybe more.
He says, the big guy, he says the same thing Martha said. He says, you think magic inherently has an alignment? That, like, all demons are evil? You're a fool. Not all demons
I didn't
are
say evil. I said you're an asshole. That's different.
Sure, baby girl. The thing is, if you die, the contract changes. The souls return to, and then he looks for a word. The frost guy says, sweepstakes. They return to a sweepstakes. The big guy confirms. He says, they go back into a pool. Were you to die, both of you. The thing is, normally how this would go is if it were only one of you, we'd kill you and just take them. But the fact that there are
and
two...
then you would die trying.
Nope.
Again.
As I said, there's three of us. The strong guy says, I've been studying your society for the past 2 days. I'm about physically as powerful as your little a fat Russian guy. What's his name? The frost guy. He snaps his finger. He's like, I know this. And he says, no matter. The fat Russian guy who's like the leader of the ones who are down in the sewers looking for leeches. I'm about as powerful as he is. So, if I'm about as powerful or more powerful than he is, what chance do you have? No, the thing is, we can only directly get involved only so much. To kill one of you means to form a contract with the other. So...
Can I roll manipulation persuasion?
Sure.
To try to feed them information.
Okay.
That I already have a guy with books older than the demons, who's already looking at their names.
That would really frighten them. Yes, is that what you want to do?
That's why I would try to roll a manipulation. I guess it would be a manipulation persuasion.
Sure, you can do that.
Okay. Yeah. God damn. I believe I will reroll.
Yeah, okay. Track your willpower. You guys have been using a lot of willpower.
Well, yes, but at least I heal 2 willpower every session. So,
sure.
I heal willpower.
And I haven't used any last session.
I heal 3 willpower every session, so I can spend at least 3 freely. So.
There we go.
Nice. Okay.
Good one.
For a total of 5. What do you say to him exactly?
I would say that, if he studied our society, he should know that we have books containing their names of every single living demon from the deepest pits of hell. And I have a guy reading exactly upon their names. So if they want to play these games, then they are very much welcome.
You see that you're getting to the big guy. Even the horned guy kind of stops. Even the horned guy kind of stops. A little bit to ponder what you're saying. But the frost guy, who appears to know something or other about magic, he says, "Yes, you can discover one or all 3 of our names, but by the time you do," and then, well, I'm really not at liberty to say. And they kind of look at each other. And the fire guy says, yeah, in 3 or 4 days, it'll really not matter for you guys.
Well, it may not, but you should already know, based off of my interaction with your friend, that I don't really give a fuck. If I can just take you with me, I'm dying happy. A second time.
He says, they are not yours to have, Little Lich. They will return to us in one form or another.
No, I will take them, like the 3 guys with me, to die.
Oh, like in a fight?
Not in a fight specifically, but like the way that like me and Eve were just like I don't care, I will just kill this demon even if I die. Right. They should know that I don't care that in 4 days if I die. At least I will take these 3 with me. Like, I don't care.
Okay, cool.
Like they shouldn't try to like just play with like, oh, we will kill you. It's like, I don't care. Then you will die with me. Come. Oblivion awaits.
He says, the big guy says, it definitely wants to bargain. He says, all of this is pointless, Little Lich. We're not gonna give you more than is ours to give. If you render one of us the souls, we will give you, in the next 4 or 5, that horned guy. The horned guy says, let's say in the next 3 months, we will give you the guy whom you award the souls will do upon you such a wonderful service that you will never live to repent for your for the currency that you can't use anyway. The big guy says, we can fight and I can win. That's not really, or you can win. That's not really what we're fighting for here. I couldn't give a shit whether or not you live or die, as you say that you don't give a shit whether I live or die. The horned guy says, he's strong, he's magic, I'm cunning. What kind of guy do you want?
By this time, we have already received information from Dante, haven't we?
Yes, all of it now you have.
Are you guys letting Dante know that you guys are talking with demons?
Yes, we literally sent you a message with like the description.
Yeah, to like look for them.
Okay, and the Dante would probably after he frees up. If I can impede, I do apologize to the scene. He will say, have I made the connection between the Archons and the Hecata by now? So
Yes.
If I know if I can. Okay. He will say perhaps they can be a use of us if the souls of the Hecata and the Archon are not innocent, which we basically Dante would say we can do a win-win situation.
Vampires have no souls. Vampires are damned.
Ah, I see. Okay, so never mind. Never mind. That was a very cool idea I had, and I got shot down. I'm sad. I'm gonna mute myself.
No, I'm sorry.
I was thinking that there was a clue that we would need some counter magic to the to what's happening in London right now to kind of negate the effect. So could potentially the magic demon be able to cast as powerful magic?
But we have to make sure that it doesn't come in 4 bonds when it's way too late.
Yeah, but just theoretically, could it be an option that could potentially work?
That's what I was thinking as
or
well.
It's not.
He says you want to stop the
or
ritual.
It's not that scale.
He says you don't understand. The ritual is already complete. I can mitigate some of its effects, at least on the mortals, which is what you're really concerned about, that your precious Masquerade will break. But I cannot stop the ritual.
Could you completely redirect it?
Not for 100 souls. I need some of the souls to cast the magic. It'll take months. But I can return this place to how it was. But we shall have to bargain.
What does it mean, return this place?
He says,
to how it
when the other lich is done with it, the strong guy says, there won't be enough left of it to fit in a fucking matchbox. And he says, yes, quaint. When the other vampire is done with his ritual, reality, a higher level of reality, or I should say a lower level of reality, depending on which way is up for you guys. I guess you're dead, so you can only go up. So let's say an equal level of reality will crash into this world of mortals which you now inhabit, and it'll cause havoc. I can, in a couple of days' time, it'll cost me all 100 of the souls. So you shall have to make it worth your while. I can cast such a ritual as to put everyone in London to sleep. When they awaken, hopefully your society, what remains of it, will have restored the city enough for them to plausibly not remember that anything has happened. Essentially, it'll be like they will lose days and nights of sleep. They will be in a trance-like state. They won't remember what has happened. And in a couple of months, it'll be, I don't know, a meteorite will fall down or an earthquake will destroy the city. And then...
I have an idea.
Something like that. I can do that, he says.
Dante has already discovered that there is a ritual to redirect the magic to make it into like a giant bomb, right?
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
It'll take a thaumaturge months, maybe years, to cast that ritual. Without the resonance of the cosmic event.
What if a human mage would try something like that?
Oh, he can just snap his fingers and do that. But where would you find one? They don't really like you guys.
Oh, you underestimate my intelligence.
The other guy says, the horned guy says, I will make you prince.
Yeah, I don't care.
He says, fuck. What about you? And he looks at you. Do you want to be prince?
Definitely not.
He looks at the strong guy and he says, "I got nothing." The big guy laughs at him.
What if it wasn't one thaumaturge working on that ritual, but the entire clan?
Thaumaturgy really doesn't do that stuff. It's not the correct magic type.
You said that
magic...
the thaumaturge is needed for that ritual.
Sure.
But you said it.
Sure, yeah. Let's say 100 Tumir working for 12 months every night.
Oh, come on. You're just making my life harder here.
Well,
I
no,
had such a great plan.
Look, because they harness the energy of the stars, right? Like the literal equivalent of like the conjunction of like the old 10,
yes,
07
but if it's just a redirection of like go left instead of right, I don't know.
Not so fast. The reason why it happened so quickly in just 15 days is because they created resonance. Once this event passes, there will be no way to get resonance from, even if the energy is here. You need the conjunction of the spheres.
Because my idea was to use that spell to make a bomb and use the magic guy to just teleport the bomb to the Archon's place where he came from. Just blow them up.
The Praxium of Strasbourg?
Yes.
That would create a war.
We literally have teleported the bomb right there and just blow them up.
He says
fuck you for playing with us.
He says that's daft. Why would you wanna? And the cunning guy says, no, listen to her. She's a discerning. She's a discerning young woman. And he says, nothing can hijack this energy right now. Nothing of any world. The cunning guy says that's not true. That's simply not true, and you know it. Sure, he can't do it. His magic is not strong enough. I certainly can't do it, and this guy has more brains than more brawn than anything else. What you do need is human mage. I can alert.
That's what I said.
Whoever's doing that, I can. They have been silenced. The resonance this creates throughout the world has been silenced. So the human mages don't know. I can alert the human mages. The magical guy says, no, you can't. No, he can't. He's lying. The horned guy says, shut up, you idiot. I'm not lying. I can alert the mages. They will probably not only be able to redirect it, they'll probably be able to stop it in its entirety.
Wait, I have an idea. Mages can sense each other, right?
Not in London, not right now, but yes.
Generally, they can.
Sure.
And if there would be a relatively newborn mage, not as in an infant, but like, a mage is discovering their powers.
That's why they're not finding them.
Someone would try to come find them, right?
Not if the entire city is being silenced.
Hey, we can go outside of the city.
Absolutely.
We can bring the guy.
Yeah.
See, I don't need this fucker. I am smart. I am smart. I am better. I am better.
Oh. Sure. If you find Connor, bring him outside the city, sure. There's one additional step, but yeah, that's a very good idea. If you manage to alert the mages.
I think I will be able to, because I have other ideas that will also connect the other stories to this, so,
Sure.
I will connect them for you. Not in terms of lore.
Sure.
But, yeah.
You can do that, yeah.
What I would tell them is,
yeah.
Since I don't really care for the souls, and I don't believe that Eve does either.
They can be a very powerful thing for a very powerful magic user. You guys are neonates. Maybe in another 300 experience. Maybe.
No, we don't need that.
The big guy says, whatever you do, You're gonna need all the fighting allies that you can get in about 3 or 4 days. That tight little bra of yours is gonna contain, I want to say, 10, 20 different packs of werewolves. I doubt you can take all of them on. And he doesn't mean fighting. He's a pervy rhinoceros demon.
I won't need to take them on.
How about you will?
Oh no, I won't.
All sides.
Trust me. I would ask if any of them would be able to cure Victor.
Wow. The cunning guy says, ending a 3rd level blood bond, trivial. I can do it in a week. The magic guy says, I can do it in a day.
But not just that, also his mental state.
Well, that's not really what we do.
Well, can you or can you not? That was the question. If you can't,
they look at each other. The big guy says, I can do all 3. Oh, 2, however many. And he looks at the other 2. The magic guy says, yeah, he's gonna kill him. That will end.
Yeah. That was.
You're a fucking idiot.
Preferably while he stays alive.
Ah, well, then I got nothing. The fucking horn guy, he goes over to him and he slaps him and he's like, you ain't got nothing, son. The 2 laugh at the big guy. He says, the cunning guy says, I can remove the blood bond, and I don't know how much of the person will be left after the blood bond. He looks at you, Eve, and he says, you don't appreciate how much of the blood bond is actually the man currently. Let's say I cure him of the blood bond. Let's say I teleport him halfway across the world, and I give him a wife and 3 kids and $1 million. He will then not be who he is now. I will need to erase Victor and create someone else. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can definitely do that, says the cunning guy. The frost guy says, no, you can't, but then thinks about it a little bit. He says, yes, I can.
I have a gut feeling that I cannot trust you with this. And as for breaking the blood bond, I think this is on the regular service menu of the Tremors.
He says, I know a guy. I know many guys. You know I can. You know that after everything you've seen, with even just a little bit of the magic that you command, the universe and all of its dark annals are vast and lousy with magic. You already know.
Wait!
Everything is possible.
So Elizabeth would look at Eve and would ask, so this wouldn't be something that you would like? Because I have another idea as well.
I don't think that Victor's situation is a good candidate for this bargain.
And I will respect it. In that case, could you guys undo whatever memory trick thingy happened to the Tremor Primogen?
They look at each other. The frost guy says, I need to confer with my colleagues. Can you give us a second?
You get 2.
He says, come this way. The big guy, he starts walking. He says, not you, you lummox. You, come here. And he and the horned guy go to the other corner of the roof. The big guy's like, these guys treat me like trash. I should fucking kill them.
But if you do, who will make amazing plans for you?
You misunderstand the nature of this relationship, little girl. He says, yeah, they can give you a lot of stuff, but you're gonna die in 4 days. You and her and And the guy with the books and the ugly guy, all four of you.
No, we won't. I have plans.
It is fated.
I am as bad as that haunt guy over there.
It is fated. You need literally demon magic to get out of it. It is the flow of faith that leads you inexorably to however many 9 lives bullshit you have. The two return, then. The horn guy says the strong guy, shut up, you idiot. Like, he's trying to manipulate you. I mean, that should be obvious. We can do this, yes. However, I'm afraid... Well, it'll definitely kill her. But she will be alive for a couple of days to tell your leader, your prince. We can break the conspiracy wide open for your prince. It'll cost you the 100 souls, and it'll cost you the life of your harpy primogen Tremere, Martha.
Why would she die?
Well, when we undo it, there won't be enough left of her to be who she is.
So you mean that whomever did this to her took away nearly everything?
They look at each other. The frost guy says, yes, exactly that. Yes, exactly that.
Can I sense that he's lying?
I can already tell you that he's not lying from a certain point of view.
Well,
it's so true.
I will
from a certain
try to find the best solution, and this isn't it yet. In that case, I will ask something. If I give you all 100 souls for just a simple answer, and if you can answer that question, you get all the souls.
He says, the frost guy says, yes. The big guy says, it's not yours to give. Both of you need to agree. The horn guy says, shut up, you lummox. Yes, says the frost guy. For a single question.
But only if you can answer it. Wait.
If it has a binary answer, I will answer it.
You know what? I'm going to try something very, very, very dumb.
Nice. Worked for you so far.
I don't know if it will right now. But these are demons, right?
Sure.
They shouldn't know a lot about human humor, right?
Maybe the cunning guy is very cunning.
Yes.
But not the other ones.
But would he know a lot about dad jokes?
Sure. He's a demon spy guy.
Come on. Wait, he's a demon spy.
Maybe something that functions as a demonic intelligence guy.
Yeah.
Of some description.
But you said that they have been only studying the vampires for 2 days.
Sure.
Meaning they shouldn't have any knowledge about Elizabeth's past, right?
They've been studying you, especially you and Eve. So they probably do know something or other about your sire.
I'm trying to find something that they would have 100% wouldn't know.
Right. You have another minute. We need to end the session. Can we go for another hour? Does anyone need to go?
I need to go.
Okay, we're gonna stop. You have another minute. Think fast. The scene will continue next session. So after we give poor Izron his time in the sun. Ha ha.
No, I need more time. I need to come up with something smart.
Alright. The power
I need
comes
to come
back
up
suddenly. Crash! And the streetlights go back on. And that is where the session ends. Hooray! Bye YouTube, thanks for watching.